What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one, the only Ash Said It. AshSaidIt.com, AshSaidIt.com. Welcome to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. I appreciate you guys so very much. Over 1,500 episodes and 500,000 streams worldwide. None of this would be possible without you guys, so I thank you so very much. And yes, we're still living a bit of a pandemic life, which means a lot of people have been at home and probably getting pregnant, all right? So I've got with me today personal trainer, success coach, YouTuber, and glowing mama, the wonderful Adriana. Hey, Adriana.
Hi, Ash. How are you?
I am awesome. How are you doing today?
You know, pregnant, so feeling large and in charge, but other than that, feeling great. Thank you so much for having me.
Not a problem. You look, just awesome. You look like you're just having the best time. You look so happy. You're glowing. You got that pregnancy glow on the IG. So I'm loving it.
You know, they tell you it's a pregnancy glow, but really it's the sweat from carrying around the extra pounds. I tell you that.
Oh, my goodness. All right. So, Adriana, starting things off, how did you discover your passion?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a great question. So my passion is, of course, in the fitness and nutrition field. Mm-hmm. But that really came from a negative turn to positive, per se. So I'm currently pregnant right now. However, I have a son. He's 9 years old now. And when I was pregnant around 19. I was pregnant at 19 years old. I had him when I was 20. And at the time, I was with his father, whom I'm no longer with. And I was really uneducated on fitness and nutrition and all that kind of stuff. So I was eating for two and overdoing it. I ended up gaining over 65 plus pounds in my pregnancy. And it wasn't necessarily the weight. It was the words that were being telling me what I am. You know, you eat like a whale, you're going to turn fat, you're pig, whale, all this stuff. And so I instead of, when I was so young, I didn't think that, I'm growing this beautiful life inside of me. I thought, I'm this, I'm that, I'm a negative self-talk. And so when my son was born, I thought that he would love me more if I was skinny and wearing makeup and pretty and everything. So at the time, I thought to get skinny meant to eat nothing and run all day. So I actually live in Coquitlam, BC, in BC, Canada. So at the time, I lived in the mountainous regions by Whistler. So it would take me 2 hours to run around the block. So go once in the morning and once in the evening. So I was running for about 4 hours a day and sucking on ice cubes and drinking like nasty stuff from the drugstore, kind of high sugar smoothies or what have you. I had no idea what I was doing. So I actually ended up losing all of that weight, and we moved to Montreal. Montreal is where I got my very first personal trainer, who actually taught me about eating, like actually eating, and using weights with resistance. And so through that experience, I gained enough confidence that when my son's father wanted to move to Europe, I said, I want to move back to BC. I don't want to be your plus one forever. And I found my passion through gaining my own confidence and independence through fitness, because I truly do feel like it saved my life. So that's how I found my passion.
That is beautiful. And there's really no wonder how you're able to really pour that type of energy into your clients, because you've been there. So you know firsthand, especially those those toxic environments for you that weren't good for you or your child. So kudos for you for that. I love that.
Thank you.
Love that.
Yeah, it was hard.
Yeah, that's quite the challenge.
But worth it.
Yes, absolutely worth it. So how are you able to maintain a focus and clarity and give your clients, especially the pregnant ones that are also pregnant with you or post-pregnant, how are you able to kind of keep them motivated during the holiday season?
Oh, that's a good one. For me, how I do that is I actually really lean into our community. They pour just as much into me and fuel my fire as I do for them. And it's a give and take relationship. So not only do I have my own clientele base, but I've actually been able to bring on other health coaches and yoga instructors and personal trainers and group fitness instructors, or even, some of my very close clients that have had amazing transformations themselves that just want to share the experience, and we've brought them on board. So to keep them motivated during the holidays, we actually have hosted 2 short challenges. They're both been 11 days. Yeah. Right now we're actually in the middle of one called the Holiday Hustle. It's just like daily emails sent to them to keep their goals at the forefront of their mind. We have weekly check-in calls. Actually, this Friday, we even have a children's cooking show happening. So mom and child, or father and child, or both with child, and just get on to the Zoom together and cook together and really just come together as a community and really instill those healthy habits. So just leaning in on one another and borrowing each other's goals and beliefs. And when one is feeling down, the other one's feeling high. So they just share it all around. And it's a beautiful, beautiful synergy of energy that we have in our community.
Yes. Now, food and nutrition is, of course, one aspect of the overall wellness circle, so to speak, right? So how do you motivate people, or how do you help other people stay on top of those other aspects, be it like spiritually, mentally, and physically?
That's such a good question, because before we even get into the how, we get into their why. What does your ideal life look like? What if when you hit this goal, like always forward speaking, right? When you hit this goal, how is that going to feel? What does that look like for you? Can you paint that picture for me, please? And we really getting into that why, peeling back the layers of the onion. We do every single person that we onboard, we do a face-to-face Zoom call with. I'm not interested in enrolling you through a sales funnel and getting you on the team and throwing you into the fire alone. Yeah. I really want to hold your hand through the whole experience to make sure it's customized for you, because you're so right. It can be such a journey for people, and they really have to dig into that why, because the truth of the matter is everybody hits their hard. Yeah. If hitting your goal was easy, we would all be hitting goals. Yeah. Everybody hits their hard. But it's your why that's going to push you through that hard and bring you to that next level. So, and then just on like an actual materialistic side of things, we definitely share different podcasts, which I'm so excited to share this one with the team. But we share different podcasts and different books and what have you that have found, others have found a lot of faith and release in. And we just share the content that is helping others. So that's how we do it.
Yeah. So last but certainly not least, what advice could you offer to any aspiring female entrepreneurs?
Honestly, it ties that together too. Like what is your why? Your why is going to bring you so forward, but you have to be so deep in it that when you have people that are pulling you down, and I don't want to sound negative in that way, but
no, it's true.
People it's true, right? Like people are always going to question you, and you're going to question you. But that's where you have to believe in yourself so much and understand that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And you just stay so positive and understand that everything happens for a reason, and it's always in our best benefit if we allow it. Our mindset is everything. So I really encourage any female entrepreneurs who are really going for it to really work on their mental state and to actually create boundaries for themselves. To create those boundaries in regards to, these are my working hours and these are my self-love hours. Because if you don't pay attention to yourself and what your mind needs, what your body needs, and in so many different aspects, you're going to lose yourself along the way. And burnout is a real thing.
Oh yeah.
So just right, like so dig deep into that why. Believe in your purpose. Believe in what you're doing. Push past your hard, and just make time for yourself. And because you deserve it. And if you truly believe then there is nothing that you cannot achieve that you put your mind to. And I really believe that. So that's my advice.
I love it. Adriana, thank you so much for joining us today. You are amazing.
Thank you, Ash.
Loving that.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm so excited. I just love this. And thank you so much to all of your listeners and everything that you've achieved and all the streams that you have out there. Like, girlfriend, you are glowing. Like, that is so exciting. Congratulations on all of your success, and I appreciate you having me on here and being able to share my story.
Not a problem. I mean, you have to come back. This is not a one-time deal. I want you back.
Anytime. Anytime.
Yes, because there's
we have a lot New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
New Year's resolutioners. It's a big thing. So if you need anyone to give you health, fitness, any kind of tips, I got you back.
Yes. No, you have to come back because I mean your energy is just it exudes through the line, and we need this. We need to hear those words from you. I needed to hear those words from you today. I'll say that.
Thank you. Oh, it's so amazing. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for having me.
No, and thank you. But let everyone know the best way to get in contact with you, to follow up about, all their fitness routines and also your social media.
Yeah, for sure. So the best way for people to get a hold of me is I am an Instagrammer through and through. That's literally the platform that I built my entire business on. So you can find me on Instagram at G1 Bikini. So that is the number 1, G1 Bikini. On YouTube, I have free at-home 30-minute workouts. Follow along with a timer. Go ahead and pop that on for yourself and get your sweat in. You can find it on my YouTube channel, Adriana Gentile. And if you have any questions, my inbox is open to you, and I'm an open book, and I'd love to have a conversation.
I love it. Much more success to you, Mama. Keep doing what you've been doing.
Thank you. Me too.
Not a problem. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for your love and support. Keeping in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do. You look them square in the face, you tell them, don't believe me. Just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for, the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.
Leave your legacy.